Hi, it's me, your friendly neighborhood alien, stranded here on the third rock from the sun, a Kairos star, and it's puppet making day. So, let me pull this out. Don't worry, not that. I'm gonna get myself set up here. So, today I'm working on this. This is gonna be my puppet of my model. Last week, I got the arms finished and attached. That, and I got. I'm gonna put this back over here now. And I got the eyes made with lashes. So today I'm going to attach the eyes. That's my goal. I got my hot glue gun plugged in and heating. But first, I just remembered something that I didn't have on my little to-do list for the puppet. I need to work on my eyelashes. Because these are black. My eyelashes have a little bit of color to them. So I'm loading up the posing VRM posing desktop here. I'm gonna bring it over here so I can just get really close. My eyes. And see, okay, it's kind of a purplish, purplish red. So I'm gonna take some magenta and a little purple and mix it up. I didn't have that. Didn't have that stuff set up. Sorry, I plugged my headphones accidentally. I don't have any of that stuff set up, so I'm just gonna go do a quick turnaround and get that set up. I still have to clean out my paint cup. A little magenta. Primarily purple. So that's what I'm gonna start with. I think I got a paintbrush over here I can use. Mainly because when I'm done with like markers and brushes and stuff, I have like a little pencil cup I put them in. So that. I can't believe I didn't even think about this. So this will give me something to do um while the glue gun heats up. Give me a stir stick. I'm just using coffee stirrers. I don't need a lot, but definitely enough to mix. A little more, I think. Not a lot. Maybe that much. Kind of brighten it up a bit. Yeah, I think that'll work. I know it's not a big deal, but it's something I kind of want, you know? I'll go with this brush. These are not expensive. I think what I want to do, kind of paint the edge like this. Think that could work. And that can dry for a couple seconds. There we go. I'm gonna put that over there for now. I've been getting a lot of scam calls recently. Okay. Now, I've loaded up the glue gun. Oops. I'm just going to put you there. Figure out roughly where I want the eyes. I think right there it looks good. And I can put a nose here. I'm just going to use hot glue. Actually, let me get a glue stick in there first. Oh. Where's my fabric glue stick? Well, I guess check my... Okay, my supply's good. While my partner was working on working on their costume for the con, I I, yeah, I let them use my glue sticks because they needed the glue sticks and I had the glue sticks. Yeah, that'll give enough of a hint of what I want. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna put a little this is fabric glue sticks. I'm gonna try to keep to the inside of the spoon. Crap. And I touched it, of course. Crap. A little too high, a little too... I'll have to live with it at that high. It's stuck on there now. Okay, not too bad. Of course, I have to touch the spot with my hot glue. Actually, you know what? Ugh. Ah, I'm going to redo that. Ah. Mm. Whew, okay. Mm. Oh, a little too much. Okay, I'm gonna grab by the eyelash. About right there. Okay, get my hand in there. Okay. I'm only attaching at the top because I just don't want this to dry on too much. I'm gonna do something there. Maybe paint on some like kind of eyelashes or something, eyebrows or something. Weird. It's weird. The guy that I watched and learned how to make puppet, where I watched and learned how to make puppets from, well, like used resin and would cast resin eyes. And here I am, like, hmm, hmm. I was thinking perhaps this puppet doesn't need a nose. I'm still gonna make a nose for it because I kind of want to see how it would look with a nose. But do I need my hot glue gun for this? Yes, I do. I'll leave the glue gun on. I'm gonna make a nose, but we'll see if we need it. So I just grabbed this piece of scrap foam. I figured this can work for a nose or two. But I kind of want to maybe pattern it here. Okay. I have this piece of board from a recent pack of honey. Well, not a recent pack of honey buns, but I always keep some scrap cardboard around. I'll give a marker here. Kind of draw the shape of nose. I'm just making a rough center line here. About to here, maybe? What I think I'm going to do is just go down to like that. Okay, I'm going to cut that out. I have a whole suite of tools. Move that down here and put you there. Now, this isn't going to be exact. So we'll do a quick test and see how I like the nose here. Just trying to figure out which marker or pen I'm going to grab here. I'm just going to use a quick ballpoint on this. I don't want to really waste my my last paint marker. This is going to be underneath, mind you. Okay. This is the foam that I used on the knight armor I made last year for a commission. A commission for a friend. I do not do commissions. I am not making people's cosplay costumes. It's a hobby. I do not want to make it into a business. I do not know why we need to monetize every hobby. So I am going to put the pattern piece up here. And what I'm going to do is just use the scissors and try to round the nose out maybe. I don't know if this will work. I'm going to get this X-Acto here. This still is crap X-Acto. It's not working either. Doesn't need to be perfect. Just kind of want to shape the nose a little bit here. Not the first time I've done something like this, mind you. Just trying to give it a little bit of a shape. Whoops. I don't know how perfect this is going to look. Like I said, this is going to be underneath some fleece. So I'm not too worried about perfect here. Okay. I'm going to put that over there. Use my paper knife, basically. That. Okay. And get rid of this. And throw those into my trash. Same ad circular as last week. This ad circular is 5 years old, so none of this is accurate, mind you. Okay, this is all expired. It's been expired since August 14th of 2021. Now, let me grab my nose piece here. Now, I'm trying to find chunks that might be big enough. This might be big enough. Okay. Okay. First time I've done something like this with a nose. But this is why you keep scrap fabric. I'll move my scissors, my nose. I do have all my project stuff organized, mind you, for this. I have like a little checklist of what I'm going to be doing, what I need to do. And then I have all my, then I organize all my tools out and stuff beforehand. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is try to wrap some of this around the nose and hope this works. Because I have not done something like this before. Usually when I make a nose, usually when I'm making a nose, ugh, when I'm making a nose, I'm just taking like a little bit of scrap cushion foam, making a rough shape with it, then putting the fabric around as like a little ball, and then stitching. The reason why I grabbed this particular pair of scissors. This is not my main sewing scissor, fabric scissors. So I figured getting glue on these is not going to be bad, but they still can cut to the fabric better than these can. So now I can just kind of even things out a bit. Okay. Okay. Puppet. I'm just seeing how it looks on the camera too. I think no nose would be better this time. You know what? Give me a couple pins. I'm just gonna throw a couple green pins in there. Okay, I'm gonna place it roughly where I want it. And hopefully press just a little bit into the head. Okay. Okay. That's awkward. Awkward. Very awkward. I'm leaning towards the. I'm leaning towards no nose. Yeah. Leaning towards no nose. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna have to make. I'm not gonna have to make ears. I want to make ears. Ow. Yeah, definitely leaning towards no nose. No nose. Creative decision. No nose. I cut the nose. Ears I am going to have to make though. So let me make a pattern here. Okay. So this is just rough. And what I'm going to do is, once I'm done making the ear, I'm going to just put a stitch right here, just to give it a little shape. I'm using this little scrap of cardstock here. Okay. So, now, pattern is being made for a reason. Let's start with this. So, once again, scrap. Yeah, that's the inside. I think. Okay. So, first things first. So the ears are not going to have any structure in them, but the fleece should add some, I hope. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the sewing machine and go around here, and then cut from there. And then once I have this sewed together, these pieces of fleece sewn together, I will be turning it inside out. Well, cut around and sew that. I thought making the nose would take longer. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take a quick break, and I forgot to clear my spray glue. So I'll be back in a minute. See ya on the flip side. Oh, sorry about that. Crypto wanted to go out and go potty. So I thought I'd set up my sewing machine while doing that. Tent sew. Okay. I think this is right. Now come on. Get in there. Ow, 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 ow. Pinching my finger trying to get my needle out. Crypto, leave it, buddy. Crypto, leave it. Leave it. Good boy. Hey, trying to do this blind. There we go. Okay, I need to get this fixed too. Come on. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. That's through. That's through. Okay. Start one ear at a time. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself and like move the mic out of the way for a second so I can do this. Okay, the first one is done. Now I just gotta get the other one, and then I do the cutting and stuff, and yeah. But I got the first ear stitched in, and I've been doing that. I just been turning the wheel by hand because this thing's a piece of. This thing needs to be fixed. So I'm gonna mute myself again and get to the next one. There. Oh, I was going to take the sewing machine and do that, wasn't I? I'm going to have to reset that up. Oh, my hand hurts having to turn the wheel manually because something doesn't catch on the inside somewhere, and I don't know what's going on in there. And well, like a mess in there, and I just, I mean, that's the only thing I can really say is mm. I really should go wash my hands. Oh, that's spray glue. Q, 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 Q. I'm gonna say a simple knot there. I might go wash my hands after I do this. You know what? I'm gonna wash my hands after I get this knot tied. Okay, I'm taking another break. I really need to wash my hands, as you can see. At least my right hand, and a little bit on my thumb left hand. So I'm gonna go wash those. I'll be back in a minute. Again, see you on the flip side. That's better. 13 years old, this song. Let's go, Kaisha. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, Kaisha. Let's go, let's My favorite Sentai. Oh, I'm tying it again. I mean, I know that's basic, but I mean, you can see it's floppy, but it's not like it's just gonna go womp. Then I sew this onto the head. Ah, got an itch on my nose. What are those? Right over there. I'm gonna grab a pair of tweezers. Oops, sorry. There we go. Nope. Okay. So that's one ear. Or am I just so like right under there? Give it the shape I need. Like I said, I'm not too worried about support. I mean, now that that's on the inside, it's adding another layer, as you can see. I'm gonna go put that in there. See, I know what I'm doing sometimes. Maybe not all the time, but I know what I'm doing sometimes. Why don't you have any faith in me? Me? Pretty much all the ears I've done are like this. I think all the ears I've done on puppets are like this for the most part. They have ears. I must have accidentally cut that string, that piece of thread. Come on. Oh, I already tied it. Now I'm just cutting. Okay. Okay. This is cut. I always hate turning stuff inside out like this. There we go. It's that beginning that gets me. Oh man, am I gonna have to do a quick stitch there? Looks like I might have to. And not a problem, not a problem. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna worry about it. No stress, no stress. Oh man, am I gonna have to remake this entire ear? Oh, I might have to make a new ear. No, I think I can make another ear. Where did I put the pattern? I moved everything. There it is. Not a problem. Let's change the stitch to a medium stitch. Excuse me. A burped. Okay. One, two, three. Ooh, ow. Ow. Oh. Oh. I mean, at least I didn't tear the whole thing apart yet. Oh. Woo. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna bump my camera. Right at the edge there. Maybe. Okay. This is getting out. Quite honestly, I still want to have like a little nose. You know what? After this, that's how close it was. Whew. I'm going to do this over at the machine. That way, if I have to do this again, I don't have to move the sewing machine that far again. I can do it from a standing position. And not awkwardly. It's the second time I've heard a lot of honking and sirens. And a specific type of honking. Like fire truck honking. But considering the time and the location, I'm thinking it could be school related. Ooh. Okay. Two, three, four, five. Suki, 1, 2. Okay, this time you cooperate with me, okay, ear? I mean, usually I'm not doing big pointed ears either. I'm using a Sharpie, the end of a Sharpie this time. I'm pulling out a bit more thread so I can use some of this if I need to I can sew it. Well, I can use it to just sew it to the puppet head. One more, maybe one more. There. Okay. See, now it's got a little bit of shape there I want. It doesn't need to be much. I can use this length of thread to hopefully do it there, and I'm gonna put that through a needle and just poke that through and then tie it on the other side. In there. One more. Yeah, right there should work. Now that should be stiff enough, but still empty. Okay. Okay. One strong. Whew. Keep. Oh. Ah. Oh. Yeah, this is what it looks like underneath my cutting mat. Speaking of cutting mat, it's back. Okay. Okay. Now, I think what I'm going to do next is the sewing. So, let me grab my kit and stuff, and I'll be. Whoops. Okay, I'm just gonna go grab my sewing kit. Or my sewing kit, my needles and pins and stuff, and be right back. I'm just gonna stay unmuted. I don't have to really move far to get it. I just moved it off the table. To get the sewing machine in place. But I do love this table. I mean, honestly, this I mean, mm, it's a great table for this purpose. Okay. So I think I'm going to stitch this closed first. And then I'll stitch it onto the head. Work hands. I'm going to leave that top part open. Only because I don't want to have to go up and down. I just want to make this kind of quick. And I'll grab a different needle here in a second. I still think I'm going to make a little nose, though. I just want that. Oops, sorry. I just want a little nose, not a big nose. Not a fancy nose. Just a little nose. Is that too much to ask? A little nose for a puppet? I mean, honestly. I mean, if it doesn't have a nose, how's it going to smell unless I dunk it into something that makes it smell bad? And I'm not dunking my puppet into anything. What kind of monster do you take me for? Okay. There. Closed up. Okay. Okay. A new pin has entered the chat. Or a new needle. There we go. Mm. Oh, come on, mother trucker. There we go, you mother trucker. Okay. Now, I think I'm going to put it like right about there. Whoop, right about there. Oh, I got to make antenna too sometime. I'll have to figure that out. Hmm. Okay, how do I do this? Okay, I'm going to do this. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to work, but it's been a while since I've had to attach puppet ears. Yeah, I think I confused people. I forgot to change my intro from Sims to puppet making until I was already on the air. And it's like, I'm not changing. I'm not stopping stream to change that and start stream. So I changed it in stream. I only did that because I am skilled and talented, and I'm a professional. I hope this works. It's been a while since I attached ears to a puppet. Oh, come on. Come on. Perfect. Ow! Where's my scissors? Hiding my scissors from me? Puppet? Puppet Karu. I'm just going to leave that much out for now, I think. But as you can see, Puppet Karu is coming together on the air live on TWITCH 169 FM. Sorry, I started doing that voice and I couldn't stop. As you can see, I mean, it's floppy, but it's not going down. And that's the important thing. It's not going down. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to take some of this excess thread that I have building up and get it out of here for a second. What did I do with that little needle? Did it get buried in here somewhere? I put it back in here? Possibly. I don't think so, though. Not in the puppet. Hope I don't step on it. That'll hurt. No, I don't think I put it back in the pincushion. I mean, there's my big needle right there. And there's my yarn needle. And if it's on the floor, I hope I see it before I step on it. I'm doing this first this time. Then stick it in there. I'll find it at some point. Hopefully not at the worst possible time. Yeah, come on. Okay. That is there. Wait. Look at the puppet. Okay, I don't see it anywhere. Not perfect. Don't look at the stitching. But as a concept, that worked fine. Okay. Same thing on the side. I'm gonna bring it back a little bit. There we go. Oh, that first one right through like 4 layers of fleece. I am not putting blood, sweat, and tears into this puppet. Maybe sweat. But if I put blood into this, I'll probably put tears into this. Generally, that's what happens when I put blood, sweat, and tears into something. I poke myself with like the needle. It hurts. I cry a little. Almost done. Oh, almost done. I gotta make a tongue next. And then I have to make a wig and antenna. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do antenna. I'm thinking I take some scrap fleece and I cover up like maybe some cut up like a coat hanger or something. No, I basically take some bolt cutters I'm gonna take some bolt cutters and I can cut off like a couple sections of old wire hanger. And then just make like a little sleeve or something. I don't know. I can look up some ideas too online. But now I have ears. See? Ears. Ears, 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 ears. I can hear you. I can. Still can't smell you, though. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It could be either or. Bah. Okay. Okay. I got some big chunks of fabric here too. Good. I want to save the bigger chunks for antenna. Okay. So I'm going to turn this into a nose. Now I'll show you how I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to remove all the stitches here. I want a nose. Now, how I'm going to turn this into a nose is simple. I'm thinking I'm going to cut off a small bit of the end of the tip here. Make a quick little ball out of it. Then just put it into like a slightly bigger piece. I'm gonna do a quick little sew to it, that quickly attach it. I'm sorry, but a puppet without a nose. I think, yeah, all my puppets have noses. I, I think even old Blue there has the nose. I need a name for that puppet. I just want to remove this thread. So, what I'm thinking is like maybe that much. And I do something like that. So I'm gonna need my thread. Okay. Okay, now I'm just gonna do this. I want to put this over here for now. Leave that much out. Come on, through. Okay. Pull that through there. Okay, let me get that little bit of fleece back in there. Okay. And now we just tighten. Okay. Now I'm just gonna leave that there. And we'll just do my best to cut this big chunk off. I'm just gonna put a couple of smaller stitches. Through just to tighten it up a little bit. Let's do a couple quick trims. Okay. Whoops, I cut the thread. Not a problem. And I'll just shape it a little bit. Hot glue gun. Plug it in. Plug it in, plug it in. Okay. Okay, now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue it right onto the face. Oh, let me pull this out here again. So something like, maybe like right there. I just want like a tiny little nose in the puppet. On Puppet Karu. I think that looks better than the other one I created. Okay, while it does that, I am going to go into my. Oh, wait, don't they have anything in there? Let me check. I'm gonna go check my cupboard. That's right over here. It's like right over there, like maybe a step or two away. Let me open up my. Whoop! I got my headphones. Okay, let me open this back up. Open that mouth up. Okay. I think I got some there that would work. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. I'll get rid of that again. Okay. Now, I'm thinking about using. Whoops! Forgot I had this pink. This pink. I want to make a puppet out of this sometime. on stream. But I'm going to use a bit of it for tongue. So I'm going to, off camera, just cut off a bit. Cut off more than enough for a tongue. Normally I would use felt, but that'll work. Okay, this wasn't planned. I was going to try to get through the ears, and I figured, oh, that'll take me all day. But I can make the tongue. I mean, that is honestly super easy after I make a pattern. It's pretty much making the ears. Okay. I'm going to dog hair on it. Ow. Ow. Oh, man. What's that smell? Ooh. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. I don't like it. Take a shower. Now. Can I join you? Okay. Puppet Karu is getting there. Okay. Now for a tongue. Hmm. This is something where I'm gonna need to figure out the shape. I'm gonna start with this. It's a cap from a bottle of generic Aleve that I keep near my desk. That'll be the round part at the middle, or at the tip. Whatever. Let me grab a ruler. Okay. Ow. That's why I keep pain reliever nearby. Oh, my knee. Now I'm just going to eyeball this. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and I'm just going to cut that out. And then I'm going to get the sewing machine back out. I'm just not going to take everything off. I'm going to show off all my puppets in one of these days. Carefully. That's the tongue pattern. Now, mind you, this is just like the tongue. Oh, like the ears. Okay, I'll put that over there. And then I'm going to go down, turn inside out, go right down the center, which is a stitch. And maybe take a marker over it or something. Maybe. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Whoa! Oh! Oh! Let me move out of the way here. Not on anything, am I? Gonna be up a little higher, but this is exactly the same as the ears. Oh, I don't have any pink thread. I'm gonna go to my sewing kits where I have all my thread and see if I can find some pink thread. Be back in a minute. See you on the flip side. There we go. I'm back again. Oops. Wait. I turned on the AC unit for a little bit. I had to turn on the AC for a little bit. It's getting a little warm in here. I don't know why. I can be perfectly comfortable during the day. Perfectly comfortable during the day when I'm not streaming. I can be streaming The Sims or Skyrim or whatever game I have on my computer, and I can be streaming it. Not just playing, but streaming. and I get a lot hotter when I'm doing the hand cam. So I found some thread. I found some, pink thread in my sewing kit. And I don't know if the bobbin matches perfectly, but it will do. It'll do perfectly. I'll do fine. I'm going to bring my machine up this way a little bit. So once again, like I said, this is exactly like the ears. By exactly, I mean exactly. That's how I did the ears. I just try to follow my line as best as possible. Gently cut around it. Turn it inside out. Grabbing whatever scissors I can grab. Like I said, exactly the same. There you go. Unplug it. Put that back down. I'll put it back up once I get this cut. I do want to get the little line in the tongue, but Like I said, exactly the same. This is nice. Hello. How late was I? Okay, 3 minutes. Sorry. I was really focusing on that sewing machine that I got to bring back over here. Why do sewing machines have to be so heavy? Just trying to get a tongue done on my puppet. Pretty much the last thing I'm going to be doing on my puppet tonight. Because I got to figure out a few things on the puppet and how I'm going to do them. I have some ideas, but plus I have to get some things back out of storage. Okay. Okay. Once again, I'm gonna get all this scrap foam taken care of. Scrap foam, please. Scrap fleece. And throw some of the stuff onto my I don't need that. Oh, Moogly. No, you stay there, Moogly. Oh, now you're closer to Mogwai. Oh, my scissors. Ripper. Ripper. Oh, ow. This is gonna. Sorry. Oh, this is heavy. Oh. Oh. Okay. I just gotta get that center seam in. And I am not taking apart my table again. Oh, gotta get this thing plugged back in again. I keep unplugging the pedal too prematurely. There we go. That's roughly center, I think. Okay. Now I'm just going down the center of the tongue with the sewing machine. I am definitely going to have to make a puppet out of this place. This is like feeling really nice. Doing this by hand because something doesn't catch on the inside, and if I try to use the pedal, it'll just stop, and I have to adjust something and continue, and just easier this way. Yep. Whoa, whoa! Don't want to knock that down. Oh. I like the Power Rangers. Power Rangers are cool. I I have I don't know where it is, but I have a copy for the Switch of the Power Rangers fighting game. The problem is I haven't played a fighting game since Street Fighter 2 on the Super Nintendo. And trying to get the hang of the controls hasn't been, fun. Or wasn't, hasn't been fun. It's like, okay, I'm in the tutorial. I'm just struggling because trying to get my fingers in the right spots at the right times is not easy for me. Thing is, I really want to play it on stream, but I at least want to get the controls down a little bit. I'm not even. I don't think I'm even acceptable at a fighting game. I'm still struggling to get through the tutorial. Okay. I would have preferred to use felt for this, I think. A little stiffer, but I did not want to have to dig for felt. And it really didn't do too much, but I think that'll be good. Yeah. I do want to play Rita's Rewind, but I have to get that first. That I just want to get. I'm gonna use the hot glue gun on this. This is my music selection. It goes from the Power Rangers theme to Rocky Horror Picture Show to Bubblegum Crisis. I'm surprised. I'm surprised Cabin in the Woods from the Evil Dead musical hasn't started playing yet. I have a weird mix. There we go. Now I got a tongue too. Blah. I'm going to have to do wigs next. That's going to be the fun part. I'm thinking I'm going to take some craft foam, make the wig out of craft foam. And it's going to be more based on my model's current hair. Well, not the current hair, but the current hairstyle. So it should be easy to make. It's just going to be... I'll have to get out the craft foam for it. Beep, beep. Okay, I think the puppet's coming out. Oops, that's underneath. I don't want to go underneath. Puppet Karu is coming along. Okay, I'm gonna get a screenshot. Of my puppet. So, there it is. There's the right folder. Where was it? Safe source screenshot. There we go. Yeah, so next week will be the hair. Right? Yeah, that's the last thing I got to do on this is make hair. Yeah, I think this is cool. You know what? I am just gonna take my headphones off, so I don't know what's gonna be playing. But I can pull down a few of them. This puppet needs one of his accessories. One of their accessories. I don't hang it up with the accessories. I got the sticker on the glasses, but this is Liam. Occasionally wears glasses. That's why eyes. I just grabbed some cool looking readers from the dollar store for Liam. Hair is made from craft foam. Curled up craft foam. Okay, I got get my arm out of there. Take them all in the crate with my new one. This is Austin, but Austin's a little different. You know, a little muscle in there. Interesting top. I made a spiked collar, spiked bracelets. The top is an old from an is made from an old pair of fishnets, and I think this was something like some athletic wear that we picked, that I got from Goodwill. I don't know if this was Lululemon or not or something. I don't know. I like the pattern, and I thought it'd be fun for an outfit. There you go, Austin. Put those down. Let me those out. Sorry, Crypto. Sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, buddy. Ah! Whoops. Not my mic. This is Avery. I just made a standard pattern for Avery for the puppet. And then I just started doing things like, what do I want to do for eyes? Do I want to do ping pong balls? Do I want to do spoons? I want to do glasses. So I took an old pair of readers and just put some cardstock behind them. They're attached to his head with elastic. But I thought I'd put pupils there. That would be fun. I had these old fake costume ear piercings that don't actually pierce, they just kind of clasp, really pinch onto your ear. I couldn't think of what to do about Avery's hair. So still bald, but I made a little hat out of felt. And top is, the shirt is, well, an old Hawaiian shirt that I picked up from Goodwill. And unfortunately, Avery's taken. This is just like an old, not even a real ring, made out of metal, probably aluminum. My partner got this from the factory they work at. Scrap pieces. Oops, there goes my headphones again. There's a pile of puppets here that need to be dusted. And the final puppet, well, not the final puppet. Don't worry, buddy. I'm not going to let that fall on you again. Final puppet. Well, final humanoid puppet. Like my heckle gun done. Rio. Oh, I don't know what song this is. Let me turn my head up this on. From this is Lin Min Mei, Super Dimension Fortress Macross, Sunset Beach. I had to get my headphones back on so I could hear it. But this is Rio, a puppet based off of a sim I have. One of my favorite sims I designed. Literally woke up one morning and was like, I want to make a puppet of that sim. But the hair is once again craft foam. The vest is made out of an old Halloween costume vest. I got a little pin on there. This is Avery's husband. Even got a little vortex manipulator. I thought it'd just be kind of cool to have a little thing like that. Let me unplug my hot glue gun as I keep knocking it down with puppets. And I got a pile of puppets. I got an orgy of puppets over there. Oh, come on. And don't knock anything down. Oh, there we go. Didn't knock anything down. Sorry, Crypto. Oh. And this is an unnamed puppet. The eyes were randomly determined by a dice roll or like a random number generator or something. I don't remember exactly. But I did this one on stream way back during the V-Stream days. But I did a lot of random choosing on the puppet too, like the, forked tongue, the nose, the amount of eyes. I still don't have a name for this puppet though. I still haven't thought of a name for this puppet, and I made this years ago, but I have one more puppet that I can't really get out. Because my partner designed that puppet. And I just made it. I mean, not that it was like, it wasn't a collaborative effort. It was, but they have that puppet in there, and we named it Izzy, as in what is he? My partner found the fleece and wanted a certain shape. Sorry, another scam call. But wanted design the shape, figured out the amount of eyes. All I did was just try to figure out how it's going to make it in that particular shape. And then it's got like horns on it and a tail that attaches with a button. And it's a fun looking puppet. It's just, it's in the bedroom. And my partner's asleep right now. But I think, did I unplug my hot glue gun? Yes, I did. Okay. I think that's actually going to be it for the day. I really don't have anything else to do that I can do. I still have to get out the foam for the wig on the puppet, and someday get out to Goodwill to buy something to make clothes out of for the puppet, for the me puppet. And I don't know when we're going to get out to that end of town because gas is expensive. So yeah, I think that'll be it. I'm actually gonna take a second though and actually look for somebody to raid because I didn't raid anybody yesterday. There we go. Raids. Huh. Seeing if there's anybody that looks interesting. First off, anybody I'm following. There we go. Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh my god. Hmm. No, I haven't watched Do You Remember Love in a couple years. Not that one. Um. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna go on to a crochet stream. Yeah, why not? Okay. Let me just check on them. Looks like a ping tuber. Okay. Oh, somebody with a lot more patience than me. Okay. What? Yeah, I think we're gonna rate a crocheter, somebody who's crocheting right now. So I'll be back on Sunday with some para lives. I am going to make sure I get the space in there. We're gonna go raid out, and I'll be back to work on the wig next week. So until Sunday, I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see ya on the flip side. Bye.